Welcome back, Portal Masters. SCL Matt here with another live night of SCL Auctions. So tonight, it's Friday night, it's auction night. That's what we got going on. Biggie John, Martin, Troy, YouTube God, welcome. Glad to have you all here. And we're ready for some auctions. Ooh, I just remembered I forgot to load up my slides. So, excuse me for a moment. I hope this doesn't mess with the stream too much. Should just take a couple of seconds here. Auction slides, upload. Oh, man. Tom, welcome. Glad to see you. Hey, look, some slides. Pumpkin face. Welcome. All right. So let's take a look at what we have in the auctions tonight. Give this a little refresh and we'll see where we stand. So our damaged Blastertron, our ever so slightly damaged Blastertron, currently does have a bid for $20. We have Nightmare, or perhaps just Mare, does not have a bid yet. Nightlight does not have a bid yet. Aurora does have a bid at $5. Chopscotch has a bid at $5. Ambush has a pair of bids. We're up to $5.50. Have a few damaged box here. We have damaged box Polar Whirlwind. You may have seen me unbox these a couple weeks ago. Has a few bids here at $22.50. Swarm with a damaged box at $3. Buzzwing, up for its second week, does not have a bid yet. The only item that did not sell last week. So we'll see how that goes. These mostly clear water traps, we're selling them as a pair. Currently going for $12.50. Eon's Elite Voodooed. Brand new here in the box. The box is a little beat up, but it's brand new otherwise. Currently going for $18. Same deal here for Eon's Elite Ghost Roaster. Currently going for $21. Got our Giants Battle Arena. Sold a few of these before. This one is currently going for $10.50. Then our big items tonight. We got a Golden Hot Streak. Currently going for $50.50. And then Red Dune Bug. It's not something we've sold before. First time. It'll be interesting to see where it goes. Or if it goes. Well, actually, no. It will go. It has a bid. Has a bid at $100 right now. We'll see if that's all we get, or if this is a little bit more valuable. But generally speaking, if I haven't had it before, it's probably a bit harder to find, and therefore, I probably expect it to go a little bit higher than minimum bid there. In any case, the first item to end tonight will be this lot of water traps at 7:30 in about 26 minutes. So we'll leave that there and come back to the chat. Pi Magna, Lucas, Steve, welcome. Since it's nearly Christmas, will there be more Christmas variants like Mistletoe Docklops or Winterfest Lobstar? Like in the shop or at auctions? Like this is actually going to be the last auction before Christmas because we're not having auctions next week. Jillian's already going out of town for holiday stuff and visit family and that type of thing. So we're kind of shutting down halfway. Like you can still place orders and stuff, but we're not going to be doing auctions and stuff like that. Martin, do you have to change your mailing address to send straight to you? Yes. Yes. If you were using Stackery before, you're gonna have to update your shipping address. Because I do not have your shipping address. I just have the Stackery address that you gave me before. So yes, if you live in Canada or UK and you had been using Stackery and now we can ship there directly, yeah, you will have to update your address for us. Otherwise, it's just going to go through Stackery again. Yeah, Mush is dabbing. Yeah, never thought about that. Red Dune Bug looks bronze? No. I mean, it's not the best picture that I pulled out here, but it's most definitely red. If you get it in your hands, um, there's no question about it. It's red. But yeah, that's just going to be poor lighting on my part. High Magna up to 236 stealth elves. Nice. Storage box is starting to get full. I mean, it just means you need a bigger storage box or a second storage box. Uh, that's all, I think. Are there any proper chase variants that are more common than others? Uh, depends what you mean by proper chase variants. If you mean like of the ones that were just randomly inserted and sold at retail, I've always felt those are roughly the same rarity, roughly the same hard to findness. Um, I mean, because technically, by our definition of chase variant, as in non-in-game variant, um, things like glow in the dark cinder is a chase variant. That's not that hard to find. Um, you have things like Halloween Fright Rider, who was not sold in stores, was a promotional piece, and therefore does show up a little more often than, say, Purple Lightning Rod. So if you include those in your proper chase variants, um, then yes, there are some that are more common. But if you're just saying is is Purple Lightning Rod any more common than Green Scorp or anything else that's a chase variant, then no. Um, we don't have exact numbers on those. I've always assumed that they printed about or produced about the same amount of all of them. Um, yeah, just the ones I don't sell in the shop. I mean, so I don't sell Halloween Fright Rider in the shop, but I would say that one's more common than, um, like I was saying, like Green Scorp or Purple Lightning Rod or uh, Silver Boomer or something like that. Um, so yeah, I mean, in that respect, yeah, there is a slight difference. Oh man, Lucas, school's been rough. Well, I'm assuming you have a break coming up for the holidays, right? That'd be good. Gondo, welcome. Doing well. Scored a decent deal on Starcast. First sensitive to use on Christmas. Nice. Yes. Yes. Starcast is fantastic. So I'm glad you got him. SCL Jillian's around. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. Enjoying your Friday evening with the Skylanders crew. Odd seasonal question. Do you have a favorite Christmas song? Not really. I, I I've never really tried to pick a favorite Christmas song. No, I don't really know. Bum, bum, bum. Bought a Skylanders lot the other day for $5. Today, the seller messaged me that their mom threw their figures out in the dumpster. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, I mean, a $5 lot you can't really go wrong with, even if it's just a couple of figures. All right. YouTube God, no, I have not seen your latest video. Um, but if it has a copyright claim, you should probably. I mean, did you have gameplay in there or music or? I mean, they usually kind of give you an idea of why there's just a copyright claim. What about Christmas movie? So the only Christmas movie, like I enjoy most Christmas movies. The only like Christmas movie that I have to watch every year is Home Alone. I I at least have to see Home Alone 1. I usually end up watching Home Alone 2 as well. The other ones don't exist. Do you ever miss the feeling of opening Skylanders? Well, to be fair, uh, I actually still open Skylanders from time to time. I have some that are new in box that I have way too many of, and um, so I like, especially when they're damaged boxes and stuff. I just open them up and put them in the shop as loose figures. So I do kind of still open Skylanders from time to time, but yeah, they're not new figures, so that's unfortunate. Oh man. Tech Game, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Pac-Man. I I have no problem with Elf. Um, my wife absolutely hates Elf, so don't watch it too much here. But um, yeah, I have no problem with it. I won't turn it off. Plus, it's got Zoe in it. Wait, watch Home Alone for the first time last year? You haven't seen the second? Oh man, you're missing out. I mean, especially if you enjoyed the first one. You never realized that there are people who haven't seen Home Alone yet. It's classic. Classic. And SCL Jillian riling things up. Yes, I will take Die Hard. And I am 100% okay classifying Die Hard as a Christmas movie. Take it or leave it. All right. Where are we at? We are at like 17 minutes until the first auction ends. Let's get a little update and see if anything has changed. All right. Where are we at? So the water traps still at 1250. Eon's Elite Voodooed. We're going in order again. Eon's Elite Voodooed at 18. Eon's Elite Ghost Roaster at 21. Battle Arena at 1050. Golden Hot Streak at 5050. Blastertron jumped up 2450 for Blastertron. Nightmare and Nightlight still without bids. I mean, I know they're severely damaged, but it's Nightmare and Nightlight. I'll be surprised if those don't sell tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. Aurora at $5. Chopscotch up to $6.50. Ambush still at $5.50. Polar Whirlwind at $22.50. Swarm at $3. Buzzwing has bid. Yes, there we go. All right, Buzzwing at 25. And I guess that's it for tonight. Oh, Red Dune Bug still at 100. There we go. All right. Do, 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 do. There's a Christmas SpongeBob movie. I I'm not the biggest SpongeBob fan in general, so I can't say I've ever seen SpongeBob Christmas. Dun, dun, dun. Martin, yes, we have done inventory for the year. That was last Saturday. That's why the update didn't go up exactly at 1 p.m. Central Time. But it will this week. Don't worry. No more inventory. We're done with that. Pie, that actually is more believable to me. Like, I know not everybody got into Harry Potter, and they are significantly newer than Home Alone. So I don't know. I don't know. For whatever reason, that surprised me. Maybe you should take a quick poll. Does does who here has not seen Home Alone? Has anyone not seen Home Alone? Let me know. The best Grinch is Jim Carrey. I probably won't argue with that. What's Die Hard? Oh man, maybe if you don't know what Die Hard is, you might not be old enough to watch it. Let, let's go with that answer for now. Maybe ask your parents; they might know. Uh, local game store just had Wildstorm hanging out. Oh, okay. If you don't mind my asking, like, how much did they want? Like, I've never seen one for sale in a store like that, in a resale shop. Do I think Skylanders figures will ever dry up? No, I don't think so. Um, I was just discussing this with someone that Amiibo was like just recently. Amiibo celebrated that they've sold something like 77 million Amiibo figures. Um, but Skylanders, one of the last numbers they gave us, and I don't know if this was after Imaginators, it was probably before. It might have been in like Trap Team Superchargers era, but they were already celebrating the fact that they had sold over 150 million Skylanders. So there, like I said, there are millions and millions, hundreds of millions of Skylanders figures out there. And even with the ones that have gotten damaged and thrown away in dumpsters and I mean, what any other conceivable scenario you can think of. I mean, in the past year, I've only gone through, well, we said we've sold about 30,000. And so I've probably processed somewhere closer to like 40 or 50,000. Um, like 50,000 even in a year. And there's 150 million plus figures out there. I don't see Skylanders drying up. Like they're always going to be around unless someone intentionally hunts them all down and destroys them, like uh, or just starts hoarding them or something like that. But no, I don't see that being a problem. Yeah, that mare is kind of neat. Yeah, I I thought that was. I mean, it's kind of fun. If you don't know what it is, it's kind of weird. like a headless horse. But if you know what it is and you don't mind damaged figures, it still works in the game. Jillian concurs about Jim Carrey as well. There you go. Jim Carrey as the Grinch. Yeah, I don't like SpongeBob. My favorite cartoon, I don't know if I can nail it down to one. I almost undoubtedly would be something from the 90s though. That's where a lot of my favorites come from. 90s cartoons, 90s music, like those are my favorites. Why not make a poll? Because I am not set up to do that currently. I might be able to figure it out at some point. But yeah, I'm not really set up to. I mean, I could do it over on Twitter, I suppose. Pumpkin Face has not seen Home Alone. Hi Magna, you haven't seen Die Hard either. Fair enough. Yeah, Troy, I'm with you there. There are only two Home Alone movies. That's just the way it is. Tech, I understand not wanting to reveal prices. I'm the same way sometimes, so don't worry about it. Did I own any consoles in the 90s? So I got into video games really late, at least owning them. Um, the first video game system I owned was the Game Boy, like the original Game Boy, black and white, no backlit screen, nothing. Um, the first console we owned, my brother and I got Nintendo 64. So once again, that was in the 90s. Um, and it may be part of the reason I am very fond of the Nintendo 64. Um, and so we were very heavily Nintendo for a while. We went Nintendo 64, we got GameCube. Um, I think my brother is more into Nintendo than I am. So he went with the Wii and eventually I got the Switch. Um, but like I didn't really own some of those in between consoles. I switched over to PlayStation in, man, when would that have been? Maybe like 2005 or so. Yeah, it was probably like 2005 ish that I think I got my PS3. That timing makes sense. Maybe it's 2006. Yeah, so sometime around then when the PS3 came out, that was my first PlayStation. Um, and I've kind of been PlayStation ever since. Like I said, I do have Nintendo Switch, but I had the PS3, PS4, PS5, and those are my main consoles. If I have my choice, I'm going to play on PlayStation. So, but yeah, definitely started out Nintendo. Troy, trying to bid on an item, but appears you have competition. It's very possible. It's very possible. Speaking of bidding and competition, let's go check on those auctions again. So these water traps, I'm calling them 99% clear water traps. There's a touch of blue, just a touch of blue in the bottom half of each of them. If you hold them up to the right light and you have a the right background, they look ever so slightly blue. But I mean, in this picture, they mostly seem clear. The tops are clear. It's the bottom. It's yeah. Um, but Those traps are up to $14. Actually, here, let's go through the pictures again. Got Eon's Elite Voodooed, currently up to $14. No, not $19.50. There we go. The traps were at 14. Voodooed's at $19.50. Ghost Roaster is at 21. The Battle Arena is at $13.50. Golden Hot Streak is at $50.50. Then going back to our damage figures here, we have Blastertron at 28. Nightmare, no bids. Nightlight, no bids. Aurora at $6.50. Chopscotch, $6.50. Ambush, $5.50. Polar Whirlwind at $22.50. Swarm at $3. Buzzwing at $25. And that brings us back to the water traps. Red Dune Bug is still sitting at $100 as well. So we got about 4 minutes left for these water traps. And we'll see how that goes. Kitty, welcome. Sleep on Christmas Eve. Santa Claus appears and says, "Ho ho, Matt, I'll let you have any Skylander you want. What character do you pick?" I think, I mean, it's been pretty high on my list for a while, and I think the orange chain reaction is still up there. I had it at one point, sold it, made the mistake of selling it. So yeah, orange chain reaction is definitely up there. Although if he says any Skylander, if there are no limitations, yeah, happy birthday, Ben Starcast. Like, without a question. Like, realistically, that's where my mind goes first. Is realistically, someday I'll be able to get my hands on orange chain reaction. But yeah, happy birthday, Ben. Heartbreaker Buckshot. That'd be awesome. Pi Magnus still have your original Game Boy. Nice. Yeah. Glad they still work. Yeah, tech, I mean, good month as always, I think. No complaints. It'll be interesting, more interesting, I think, to see how the last week of the month goes when we're not really shipping stuff out. If people still want to order, if they're going to hold off to the new year. But time will tell. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left on the clear water traps here. Still sitting at 14. Looks like the Battle Arena jumped up to 1550. Aurora's up to 750. Blastertron up to $30.50. $30.50. But Nightmare and Nightlight still the only two without bids. Nightmare and Nightlight. So we'll see how that goes. All right. You would pick Series 2 Go Grunt. Solid choice. I'm assuming without the broken harpoon, right? Intact. You want an intact Series 2 Go Grunt. That'd be best. Yeah. Pumpkin Face. Have I ever seen a Happy Birthday Ben Starcast for sale? So the only one I've seen for sale was the first one we ever saw listed on eBay, and that was before we knew it was real. And so nobody wanted to take the risk because they're asking for $500. Now, looking back on it, knowing that it is real and we haven't seen them pop up again, $500 was a steal. So whoever bought that one, congratulations. You got a great deal. But I would say it's worth a lot more than that. So yeah, I would call $500 a steal for Happy Birthday Ben. I would expect four figures for sure. Possibly multiple four figures. So yeah, that's the only one I've seen listed and the only one I've seen sell publicly. I've seen other ones and I've heard of other ones. So I know more of them exist. But yeah, that's the only one I've seen with a price. Oh, we're past 7:30. How are those traps doing? Did they end? We'll find out as soon as my page refreshes. There we go. Traps go for $14. Congratulations to our first winner of the night. And we're on to Eon's Elite Voodoo new inbox 1950 currently. 1950. Ends in 4 minutes, and then in 9 minutes, we'll have Eon's Elite Ghost Roaster currently sitting at 21. Is Clear Starcast rarer than Happy Birthday Ben? Absolutely not. Happy Birthday Ben is potentially one of the rarest Skylanders ever. I'm yeah, I'll just leave it at that. There's like I'm not sure which is going to be harder to find. I mean, I have my E3 Spyro now. Just got it a couple weeks ago. So like the fact that I can get my hands on one of those, but not Happy Birthday Ben, it's like it might be more rare than that. Man, we got a bunch of new folks in here, or at least new to the stream tonight. Welcome, everybody. How often will the Xbox One and PS4 games go in stock? So, Deathbed, I can't tell you, I can't guarantee you when or if any specific item is going to come back in stock. They come in, we get them semi regularly, whatever that means to you. In my head, we probably get them maybe once every month or two. Like they're not super common, but not like a chase variant rare. So like it just depends what I can get my hands on, because it's not like I'm going to a warehouse and saying, hey, I need more PS4 games. It's whatever lots I can find at reasonable prices. So I would say I get the PS4 ones slightly more often than the Xbox One, maybe. Yeah. Well, it depends which game, I guess. I feel like PS4 Imaginators has been showing up a lot more frequently than the Xbox games. But like PS4 Swap Force really doesn't show up much. So what else we got here? Ninja Man, welcome. Tech, I got the, I mean, yeah, plain E3 Spyro, like the original pre-game release Spyro. Not Chrome Spyro. I'm talking about original. Where you live, the PS4 Trap Team game costs $100. I think it's the most expensive game I have listed here. I think I sell it for like 50. So yeah, it's definitely one of the hardest ones to find. All right, we are at 7:35, which could be the end of Eon's Elite Voodoo, and it is. 1950 Eon's Elite Voodoo is sold. We're on to Eon's Elite Ghost Roaster, currently sitting at $22. $22. We got 5 minutes left there. That will be followed up by the Giants Battle Arena, currently sitting at 1550. Ends in 10 minutes. Then is followed by Golden Hot Streak in 15 minutes or 14 minutes now, which is currently sitting at $50.50. Nightmare got a bid. Nightmare has a bid for $5. That's good to see. So Night Light is actually the only one without a bid. So we had one item without a bid last week in Buzzwing. We have one item without a bid this week, Nightlight. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If it stays that way. Yeah, Tyga, the PS4 Trap Team for $50. That's what I sell them for. That's why I sell them for $50 because that's basically market value right now. That's what they're going for. If you can get one cheaper than $50, congratulations, you got a great deal. But it's tough to find. It really is, and I'm not really sure why. Like the PS4 Trap Team seems harder to find than PS4 Swap Force some days, but I don't know. I don't know. All right. 3 minutes to go. Ghost Roaster. Ninja Man paid 60 for your Trap Team. Yeah. It depends how badly you want it. I mean, that's what I always say. Like when people ask what something is worth, it's worth whatever someone is willing to pay. Like I can put a $50 price tag on something, but if no one wants to pay $50, is it actually worth $50? So I mean, that's kind of what happens with things that don't sell, right? If this damaged nightlight figure, I have a $5 price tag on it, but if nobody pays $5, is it even worth $5? That I mean, that's the question. But we can make estimates. I can give you what people have paid for it in the past, that kind of information, but that's about it. Do you know if we get more elites? So yeah, I do know right now I actually do have more Eon's Elite figures to be sold, waiting in the basement. Um, so I usually try to stretch them out a little bit, put one or two in a week. But yeah, I do have, want to say maybe like 6 more Eon's Elite waiting to be sold. They should all be new in box like these. I don't recall which ones they are. So don't even ask me that. I really don't know which ones they are. Um, but yeah, if you keep an eye out for future auctions, you'll see some more elites. Even if I didn't have them, that's something that shows up fairly often. Yeah, sometimes I just get them loose and they go in the shop. When I get them in the cases, they go in the auctions. So Lucas, That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Setting an alarm for the shop update. I like that. I mean, I don't even set an alarm to do the update, but yeah, that's great. That's good. Good to know that people are literally setting their clocks by the update. William, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the auctions and the potential end of Ghost Roaster. Give it a little refresh. See what happens. Ghost Roaster done? Yes, it is. Eon's Elite Ghost Roaster sells for $25 tonight. $25. And we move on to the Battle Arena, currently going for $15.50. Not to be confused with the Golden Hot Streak, which is going for $50.50. 5050. See if we can make that 5150. Then in about 15 minutes following that up, we'll have a plethora of items ending. We have Damaged Blastertron currently at 3250. Nightmare's got some competition now at 550. Nightlight still the only item without a bid. Aurora's up to 9. Chopscotch is up to 10. Ambush is at 550. Polar Whirlwind's up to 24. Swarm's up to 550. And Buzzwing is still sitting at 25. So everything except Buzzwing and Nightlight now even has multiple bids. That's exciting. Oh, and Red Dune Bug. Red Dune Bug still only has one bid at $100. But I know a lot of people wait on that one. Hold off. All right. William, you joined the VIP. When was the cutoff to bid? So the VIP auctions, the private auctions, run on Thursdays. So they run all day Thursday from midnight to midnight, basically. So you just submit your bids whenever, and we'll contact the winners on Friday mornings. So yeah, private auctions are on Thursdays. Public auctions are on Fridays. Welcome to the VIP. Which one is your best Skylander? Well, it's the one I was just talking about before. My E3 Spyro that I just picked up a few weeks ago. That there is no other answer than E3 Spyro. Nothing can beat that. Nothing. I'm very happy about that one. It's going to be the rarest, my most prized possession. Yeah, nothing's going to beat that for a long, long time. Like I'm not even sure if like a Happy Birthday Ben Starcast would beat my E3 Spyro. It might, because I like Starcast. I like Starcast a lot better than Spyro, actually. But yeah. If you want to go most valuable, rarest, whatever, E3 Spyro. Only answer. Yes, Obsession has that correct. And welcome to the stream, Obsession. Also, I like your your profile picture there. But yes, VIP discounts don't work on auctions. That would not be fair. William, I'm sorry for your loss. That's rough. All right. 7:44. We're 1 minute away from the Giants Battle Arena. I make that 7:45. There we are. Is it over? Or are we going to go into overtime? I get to tell everybody about overtime. I haven't done that yet this week. But it ended. Giants Battle Arena goes for 15.50. And we're on to Golden Hot Streak. Still currently sitting at 50.50, $50.50, 5 minutes to go. Any other changes? Nightlight got a bid. There we go. That's a good change. Nightlight got a bid. We're at $5 for Nightlight. So everything has a bid right now. But we are currently looking at Golden Hot Streak. Golden Hot Streak. Obro the Epic wanted the Eon's Elite. Maybe next time. If you win something, how long do you have to pay for it? I give you 3 days. 3 days to pay for it. So that gets you through the weekend. And allows you to combine it with anything you might want to pick up in the shop update on Saturday. Basically gets you through Monday. If you're not paid by then, it could go to the second highest bidder. If you need an extension for some reason, get in contact with me. I mean, if you tell me, hey, I need a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks to pay, like, that's going to be questionable. But if you're like, hey, can I have an extra day or two? We can probably work something out. But yeah, it's not fair to the other bidders if you're just going to squat on an item and say, yeah, I'm going to bid for this even though I don't have the money for it and wait 3 weeks. Yeah, that's not fun. All right. Yeah, there will be other Eon's Lead up for auction at some point in the future. But that's all we got for tonight. Just those 2 Eon's Lead. Golden Hot Streak, how you doing? Where can this be shipped? For the record, all these questions are answered in the FAQ on the website, but I'm happy to answer them here too. Right now, we ship directly to the US, Canada, and the UK. I am slowly adding more countries, but that's all we have for now. However, here's a spiel I haven't given in a while. If you don't live in one of those countries and still want to order, there are many people, even some of them in the chat right now, who have used a third-party service such as Stackery. So Stackery is a freight forwarding service. Basically, you sign up for an account with them. They give you a US-based address. I ship it to them. You place your order, give me that address. I ship it to them. They forward it on to you. You're still going to be responsible for any additional shipping costs and stuff like that. So make sure you read all their rules, terms, and conditions. But that is an option that many people have used because I didn't used to ship outside the US at all. But I had a lot of international customers, so they found a way. And Stackery became the most common service I saw people using. So it's the one I kind of recommend now because I know it works. But yeah, Stackery is an option if you do not live in the US, Canada, or the UK. If you live in one of those 3, we can ship directly to you. All right. Recently saw a new box E3 bronze hot dog for $90. Is that a good price? Generally speaking, This is very generally speaking. If you can get a chase variant like that, especially new in box, for $100 or less, you're probably getting a pretty good deal. Now, I would say the bronze hot dog is a little bit more common just because it was like an E3 thing and it was in the middle of Skylanders when they were huge and they were producing tons of stuff. And like, I don't have exact numbers that they produced of that figure, but that one is usually slightly cheaper than other chase variants, trade show figures. Um, but with all that being said, as I was getting into before, something is worth what you're willing to pay for it. And I would feel good paying $90 for a new in box bronze hot dog. I would not feel like I got ripped off. I would feel like that's an acceptable price. I haven't done research on that specific figure recently to see if that's actually what they're selling for, but I wouldn't feel bad about paying that. So I hope that makes sense. All right, 750. Are we done with Golden Hot Streak? Well, that's not the error page I want to see. Refresh. Refresh. All right, I'll go back to the oh wait, there we go. All right, we got a couple more bids in there, but it did end at 56.50. Golden Hot Streak goes for 56.50. So now we are on to the rest of these. About 4 minutes away, we currently have Blastertron going for 32.50, Nightmare at 6.50, Night Light at $5, Aurora at $9, Chopscotch at 10, Ambush at 5.50, Polar Whirlwind at 24, Swarm has made it up to $8, and Buzzwing still at 25. So a lot of good stuff there. This is all ending in approximately 3 minutes, unless any of it goes into overtime. So keep an eye on all of those. And Red Dune Bug still only has one bid at $100. So so Red Dune Bug I already feel is more rare than like Bronze Hot Dog that we were talking about. I mean, it's partly where it was distributed. I believe Red Dune Bug was a toy fair as opposed to E3. And there are a lot more people at E3 generally. Actually, I don't know. I bet there are. I bet there are. I have to look at those numbers sometimes. Yeah, Obsession says that's a good price. There we go. You're in that market a little more than I am. Pi Magna, anything interesting happen? We sold a few more items. Let's see. What else we got? Tech Firebone hot dog, just the standard one, like the standard in-game one. Yeah, I think I sell them for like 25. Yeah, like if you saw a post for 50, I'd be surprised. I mean, unless all the cheap ones have sold and we're getting into Christmas season now and people really want it for like it's on wish lists and stuff, and that's the cheapest one they can find. But yeah, I I go I go 25 on mine. I think that's about fair. Like I wouldn't question, 30 or even 35, but 50 seems a bit high for me. YouTube God, no, I do not get into Skylanders NFCs. No, not at all. They're illegal. It's piracy. Don't do it. Ninja Man, I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. Like, is red Dune Bug not that popular? Is a little bit of paint chipping on it causing his price to go down? Is he really just worth $100? Is that all that anybody's willing to pay? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, someone is going to get a great deal on red Dune Bug right now. Because this one I did look up, um, like the ones on eBay right now, like the cheapest you can get them is over 200. Over 200 is like 225 or something like that. I think that may have been in box. So I mean that's a little bit of a price difference, but not $125 different. Uh, SCL business. Do you work it yourself or with others? So I started it all by myself, but then hey, Jillian, you still here? If you ever see SCL Jillian pop into the chat, or she's my only employee. I have one employee. So SCL Jillian, she works fulfillment. She's my shipping manager. Um, there we go. Yeah, SCL Jillian is my employee. So we work this together. It's the two of us. But yeah, other than that, it's just us. We're small business, very small business. We do a lot of business, but as far as staff, it takes up a lot of our time. But it's fun. We enjoy it. 7:55 has come and gone, which means just about everything probably ended. Unless we got some. Did we get some overtime now? Always surprised me a little bit when we get the most popular items are the damaged figures. But it looks like no, I think everything ended. So here, let's roll through it. 3250 for Blastertron. Nightmare goes for 650. Nightlight goes for 5. Aurora goes for 9. Chopscotch goes for 10. Actually, I don't know if anything changed here. Oh, here we go. A few changed. Chopscotch at 10. Ambush at 550. Polar Whirlwind ends up at 2550. Swarm goes for 8. Buzzwing goes for 25. And then the only thing we have left is Red Dune Bug, who's currently still sitting at $100. $100. And Tom, yeah, I mean, unless I've missed it, because I've been like a minute off on some of these. So like if there was 1 minute of overtime, I just missed it. But yeah, I haven't had to give my overtime talk yet. Let's see if that holds true. I feel like I should almost just give my overtime talk now. So squeeze it in here. Fill out your bingo card. But yeah, it's the only item we got left. Skadooshed, welcome. How much does the Cleveland Brown Skylander go for? Is that thing listed again? Oh, I would not pay $25 for it. No. I might pay like $5. But we'll see. Yeah, only has one bid so far. Although Tom says it's starting to get some more bids. Got some more people interested in Red Dune Bug. It's not going to go so quietly into the night. There we go. Up to 105.50. 105.50. And got at least 3 people involved now. So there are a couple of people just hanging out waiting. So we'll see how this goes. Cleveland Brown is back. Yeah. All right. 8 o'clock, but I think we're going into overtime here. So here we go. We are officially in overtime at 110.50. Red Dune Bug at 110.50. So here at SCL Auctions, we have what we call soft close auctions. There's no sniping like on eBay. Everybody's going to be able to get their bids in. If you place a bid on any item within the last minute of the timer, it's going to add another minute to the timer. So that's what's happened here. Now the current end time is 8:01 since we got a bid within the last minute. And we'll see if we got another bid to continually extend this thing or if it's going to, and no, it ends. Wow. 1 minute of overtime. That's it. That's it. 110.50. 110.50. Congratulations to our winner of Red Dune Bug, whoever that may be. You know, I don't announce winners here. So, oh, Tech, you got yourself a Red Dune Bug? Is that it? You just buy this one? If so, congratulations. That's cool. There we go. Out of box crystal stealth elf. Ooh. Wait, didn't I sell you an out of box crystal stealth elf? Pretty sure I did. Was that stealth elf? Yeah, it was stealth elf. Pretty sure it was out of box. Anyway. Tech, you're welcome. Glad to help. Always glad to help. In any case, that's all we have for the auctions tonight. So shop update tomorrow. You'll see the preview video of what's coming to the update at 9 a.m. Central Time. The shop update happens at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then I will see you again next week on Wednesday for sure. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to interact before then. Sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already. Comes out every Tuesday. Get your first look at what's happening at SCL here. Do all that stuff. And we'll talk soon. So, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And I'll see you not next week. I take that back. We're off next week. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. We'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll be in touch. Have a good night. Enjoy the weekend.